You're marketing to people who've never spent a dollar with you. That's why your high ticket pipeline is most likely dry. A $27 offer in my business changed that and built an 8-figure pipeline for us. Now, here's the truth. Cold traffic doesn't trust you yet. That's why they're not taking out their wallet to spend $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 for your services straight out of the gate. That's the wrong conversation to have. You're skipping the most important step in a funnel. It's getting a buyer. And a buyer is way more likely, 10 times, sometimes 20 times more likely to say yes to your high ticket offer if you get them buying this $27 offer. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you and break down exactly how to create and structure the offer, and then how to create the upsells along the way to get them to book a call and show up, become a 10K or 20K buyer with your actual funnel. And the other caveat on this that I'm going to share is consumption of content is so important. If they consume content, they're way more likely to buy. And I'm going to show you right now the exact funnel structure that has helped us do this. So let's jump in and let me share with you the actual funnel that you're seeing here in front of your face. Now, this template we've been using for like 6 years now in terms of this exact process that you're seeing on the screen. It's literally a free gift that we send them to first. We get 50% of the people who come to this page to take us up on this actual free gift. They download, we get their name, we get their email. And then the moment they actually download the free gift, they splash through to the other side and they go and they buy our $27 or $19 or $37 offer, depending on the funnel that we're actually taking them through. And you can see on this page here, it's a $37 offer right here on the Guest Speaking Online Business Launcher. Now, the key to this whole thing is, number one, you're going to sell something that's minimal cost, 27, 37 bucks. You're going to get a buyer, they take out their credit card. But when you do this offer, you got to make sure that you put in really good bonuses. So the value has to be stacked and it has to be high. Why? Because they don't know who you are. And so if you want somebody to trust you, they need to know that you have good stuff, and they need to know that you're going to give them excess value. So if you see all these incredible bonuses, bonus 1, bonus 2, bonus 3, and then next to each one of the bonuses, you put the value of what that bonus is that they're going to get for free. So ultimately, when they're going to go buy a $37 offer, you're stacking on incredible value. In our offers, we give incredible value. So they're getting $1,000 worth of value for $37. Okay. Now, this is not one of these things where you're like, but wait, there's more, but wait, the price is this and I'm dropping it to this. It's the value. If anybody was to set up a presentation like we teach in our Guest Speaking Online Business Launcher, and they were to use this presentation and they were going to go out in the marketplace and get booked on a podcast or YouTube show, if they use the presentation structure, they'd be way more likely to succeed. And they could potentially land a $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 client? The answer is yes. So we can easily say the value of our $37 program is worth $2,000 because just one of those free gifts or bonuses could be worth that to somebody who's actually making the purchase. So you got to make sure that you have this upsell structure properly. Now, the other key that's really important when you're actually doing this is when you're going to take them from the first original free offer, which is here. Okay, so you look at the free offer first, and the free offer here in particular, it's basically telling them get booked on podcasts and turn every interview into a 10K, 100K client conversation. So that's the free offer. Then once they get the free offer on the next page, it's like, now that you have this thing that's going to show you how to get booked on podcasts, the next thing that you need is this. All right. And then it goes into all the things that they're going to need to actually grow their business. So the key to the hook is on the free gift, you give them something. And then on the upsell, you stack giving them something more to say, hey, without this additional thing on the upsell, you're not going to be able to produce the full result that you need. So you got the free thing, but now to go the rest of the way, you need the paid offer. And then once they ultimately go and they buy your $37 offer, the next sequence in there for them is they're going to actually book a call. So we go free gift, then we go to a paid offer of $37 or $27 or $19, depending on the funnel. And then they book a call and they get on the phone and they've actually purchased something. So they're way more likely to buy because they know us enough to trust us and take out their credit card and buy something. Now, a very important thing that's super important here, if you don't have them consume your content, then they're way less likely to actually show up and give you 5K, give you 10K, give you $20,000 on the sales call. So super important when they buy the program that whoever's setting the calls for you or in your follow-up system, you have a thank you page that says, great, now that you booked a call, make sure you do this homework and consume this content before you show up to the call so you can get the most value out of the call. And you make sure they watch that video. You make sure they watch that video. If you have a setter who's setting appointments on your team or multiple setters, they must give the person that content or make sure they consume the content of the program that they just bought so that they're watching your content before they showed up. Now, a person who's going to spend 5K, 10K, 20K, particularly going to spend, we get people spending $15,000 with us within 24 to 48 hours. So to get somebody to do that, you got to make sure, number one, yes, they buy something. That's important, way more likely for them to upsell after that. But additionally, if they don't consume the content, then they're going to go, who is this person? I don't know what they are. I don't know what you offer up. And they're going to be confused. So here's the 1-2 combo. Number one, make sure you give them something that they can buy for 27 bucks or 19 bucks or 37. Number two, make sure you have a video that says book a call after that. And number three, make sure before they show up to the call, they're either consuming some of the content of the program they bought or just consuming content in general about what it is that you actually do. If you do that, you're going to be way more likely to get people to convert. If you don't do that, you're going to be sitting there wondering, going, this marketing stuff doesn't work, or hey, my advertising guy is no good, or hey, people show up and they're just bad, not quality leads. No, it's not that they're not quality leads. They took out their wallet and they said yes to you already. All right. So if they said yes to you already, the next step is for them to consume content and say yes again. Very, very important. All right. So I hope this serves you. If you want help in building your funnel, we have a system called TEDOS where you answer 20 questions about your brand. And then we do the ideal client research for you. We nail your message, we create your story, and we create your offer in phase one. And then in phase two, we create all of your marketing content from your ads to your VSLs, to your emails. And then with the push of a button, we build your funnel out. Now, what we're building for people is booked calls, funnels to where they can book more highly qualified sales calls. If that's what you want, you can go ahead and get that. Again, both funnels can work. You can create a funnel that gets people to buy a product and then book a call, or you can create a funnel that gets people to go book a call. But the key is they got to consume content. Somebody who's bought something from you and consumes content is a double winner. Somebody who actually consumes content is still a winner, and you can still close both of those into high ticket premium deals. Hope this serves you. Click down below, book a demo, and I'll see you on the other side.